Happy Saturday morning, y'all. It's a little dark. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, and we're about to take a road trip. We've planned this for about 4 days now. I'm going to leave it as a surprise to you guys, but y'all are going to spend most of the day with us traveling, and I hope you guys are going to be as tickled for us as we are for ourselves. Garden, I'll give you that hint. So we're going to take a little road trip, drive over to Texas, and hopefully we're back by 10:30, 11 o'clock. That's why we're leaving so early. So stay with us. Let's see where our adventure takes us and what Buddy surprised me with. I am tickled. So we're going to get locked up. He's opening the chickens and off we go. So how long have we been traveling, Bud?
Let's see, about 40 minutes.
So we got a little less than an hour to go.
We got 40 minutes left.
Oh, we have 40 minutes left, y'all. But it's a pretty day, and we're headed west in Texas. Texas does have some nice roads, y'all. I'm trying to get the sun out y'all's face. I have to admit something. Sorry the sun's blinding you. But who needs GPS when you got Lippy in the vehicle?
Yeah. Everybody.
Buddy says, we're going east of Tyler.
Yeah.
With our location. I said, well, if we east of Tyler, Texas, our location where we're going, then why are we headed west? He said, we 27 miles from where we got to go. I said, but the back end, actually I said the butt end of my vehicle is opposite of the east. So my question to y'all with the sun blinding you is, do y'all rely on GPS, or do you have a Lippy sitting over in the other side telling you where you need to go?
I hope you got GPS.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all in on
All I
something.
can say is
Let me see. There you go. I'm going to let y'all in on
GPS.
something. I'm holding this phone, so forgive me. But Buddy the other day was scrolling, letting his fingers do the walking. And he got a connection with a farmer, a rancher. And the rancher and him came together, and Lippy is headed to get her mineral tubs. And they green. I'm talking about bright green. I don't care what color they are. But that's where we're headed. We got the little trailer on the back. It's got the ramp, so they won't fall out. And we got straps. But we are headed to pick up mineral tubs. Now, we were going to reinforce our frame. Well, y'all know some of them's been collapsing. Today's Saturday. So Thursday, I guess it was Thursday morning, wasn't it? No, Wednesday. I said, Buddy, I heard something. And let me tell you what I heard. I was over in the garden working, and I heard something creaking. Well, you know the front bed's the entrance of the garden? The one to the right where the green beans was? It's perfect. Well, at least we thought it was. All of a sudden, it just, two sides just fell over. So there's dirt laying everywhere. We said, okay, not a big deal. We'll start there, add some tubs as we get to them. Guys, we're picking up 80. Now, that's going to do the new perimeter. We've got the white ones. We got the black ones. And my job now, between now and spring, is as Buddy busts a bed down for me, I'm going to attempt to scoop 2 to 3 buckets a day, weather permitted. And then eventually I'll get them filled, you know, kind of lined out. And then as we can get, what's them boards called that you stack the buckets? Landscape timbers. Then we can both pick the bucket up and set it on the landscape timber. So between now and March, I gotta fill 80 buckets.
I kind of feel like between now and much. My back gonna be hurt. That's what I could feel like.
No, his back ain't gonna be hurting. I think I can do at least 2 a day. Maybe 3. My hand's getting better. So yes, that's where we're going. Now I won't be able to film that man's ranch, but I'm gonna sneak in, as long as there's no people, houses and all, I'm gonna sneak in some pictures. But we are picking up bright green mineral tubs. It's gonna add a little bit of oomph to Lippy's garden. So that is our adventure, y'all, and I couldn't hold it in. I was gonna surprise y'all, and I was like, I just can't hold it in. Plus, when he turned and went west and said we had to be east, I got a little confused there for a minute. But yes, I guess the question of the day is, how many of y'all use GPS? Lippy doesn't. Lippy, no.
You're like a bad refrigerator. You just can't keep nothing in there.
See there, I'm a bad refrigerator. Can't keep nothing in. I'm just too tickled. I just hope that they're not too green, like too green. Just a good green, grassy green. But I'm still appreciative. This man's a really nice man, so I'm gonna take them. I don't care if they're striped. I'm gonna take them. So I will have a new garden come next spring. And I appreciate that we got 3 growing seasons. I had said 2 till I started counting. 22, 23, and 24 out of our free pallets. So, yes, God is always good. And Mr. Buddy, he always surprises me. Okay, friends, here we go. We are strapped down. All 80 are locked in, and we got an 80-mile drive back home. But Lippy is one happy lady. And guess what? I also got treated to a sausage egg biscuit. I must be doing something right, y'all. We made it home, guys. He's talking to Mr. Craig. But I wanted to show you what type buckets these are, so you can see. These are 25-gallon Texas Natural Pro Earth. If y'all want a screenshot, this is what these buckets contained. Nothing that will harm vegetation. If nothing else, if it is leaching through here, it's just going to add benefits. But now, I got to get them clean. Oh, Buddy's got one on the side. Okay. Now these are heavy. I got a lot of cleaning to do. Doesn't have to be done today, but very heavy. And I also like the fact that it has the ridges in it. I think that's going to give me more support. But you know what, guys? I just noticed something. Are all of them like this? And I bet you Buddy didn't notice that. They looks like they've already got holes in them.
No.
No?
That's just a ridge in the bottom.
Oh, that's just a ridge. Okay.
It's the way they're stamped out. You can see where the ridge is.
Okay.
Are you going to drill some holes in?
Yeah.
We're going to drill holes
They'll
in the
get holes in
bottom.
them.
But that's almost
I'm
the
going to
height
put holes
for
in the
wicket.
side of these like we did them other ones.
Could you use those
I can go on them, probably go on them
since they're already
spots.
punched? Yeah. As you can see, we've made it back. I got my mineral tubs, but they got to wait because now I got to do strawberry beds. That means I'm ready to cover them with my pine straw. Well, Buddy grabbed the phone, and I'm going to show y'all how you can collect pine straw without using a rake and a tractor. You just need a golf cart. You can rock and roll. So enjoy that little visit, and we'll come back, and I'll show you how I'm covering up my strawberries. They got to go to sleep till the spring.
What are you doing?
I'm picking pine straw up for my strawberries.
Picking pine straw for the strawberries. I probably need to put her a little winch on there with a button where she can suck it up and dump it.
All right, off we go.
Let it out. You're gonna gather up all this pine straw off this front lot. I tell you what, there's no shortage of it, I can tell you. Right, let's see, right there is the burn pile. And right now we're on the burn ban, so we can't do anything.
All right, I gotta go dump.
Going to dump.
That ought to be enough, huh?
Yeah, you can start there and see where it goes.
I don't want to drag this thing around. Oh yeah, that's gonna be plenty.
Didn't take long to get it, neither did it.
No.
Showbee's going buying bales.
All right. I should have some gloves on, Mr. Craig. Because I'm too lazy to go get them. That's why I got men-looking hands instead of lady-looking hands. And I got my ring on since yesterday.
Take it off.
I can't. I put it on yesterday morning to go vote, and it ain't come off because the hand's too swollen.
So go vote. Early voting?
Early vote.
Early voting was yesterday. You know I stood in line an hour and a half, but I didn't care.
At the library over.
I'd go. Yeah. I didn't know.
I'm
Yeah.
going next week, Monday.
Where do we vote at now?
Right now, you got to go to the library on Burke Coots.
Library on Burcoons for early vote.
Okay, the regular.
Regular vote, you go to school down there on Woolworth.
On Woolworth.
It's on Woolworth?
Yeah, you go bump them to
Okay,
Woolworth,
go
hang a
on
right, it's on the right there.
Okay. Used to be at that church.
All right, I got to go get me something, get involved.
Why if you walk that way, get her gloves.
She's yeah, I got to go get her gloves.
Nah, I done got my hands nasty now, so.
Forget it.
What, with pine straw?
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't get her gloves.
I don't need no gloves. I'm tough.
Tough, she said. She don't
I got
need no
calluses
gloves.
like a man.
Just get it,
That's what we want to hear.
You get it.
Hell yeah.
By the time we get through shoveling, we're going to both have calluses like a elephant.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
Hey,
how many feet of dirt is that?
It looks kind of
We
excellent.
put about 40 yards in all this.
Hey, buddy.
We started.
And friends, this is what I was talking about the other day. I heard something crack, and it busted two of my pots down there. Side. So you know where I'm talking about. And that was just about to collapse. But we want to put the mineral tubs to the frame that we already have because we have our water lines run. Plus, it will allow us to continue all the way around with our shade cloth. So we'll walk in, check out what's growing. Let's start with the pretties. Those are those zinnias. Remember last week they were starting to bloom? Well, they are blooming. Here's our lantana. Remember we cut them back. I'll cut them back the second week in November, and they will be done for the winter as well. Remember, I seed started some radishes last week. They're slow coming up, but they are germinating. And we'll just trail on down here where the cabbage are. They're doing great. But this is what we're fighting, guys. That right there. You see he's in a little puddle of water. Here's the other cabbage. Our beets are doing good. You're going to notice that the collards are a little thin. That's because if you saw my community post, we had some collards. Now, this is what I wanted to show you about this straw. It's not a headache. You get one or two, but you are going to fight a little bit of grass. But like I said, we had it. Why not use it? Here's our purple top turnips. The heat is hitting them. They're a little bit on the limp side. They've got plenty of water, but about mid-morning to noon, they get limp on me. But look at this. There's another one, and here's one. So we'll be eating some turnips soon. And here's some more collard greens. And these are the Georgia collards. Zero germination on the Detroit beets. Remember, we had none last week, so I'm just going to scratch it. Maybe I can find me some seeds. Celery, starting to green up and do good. You know, it was a slow start. The kale's coming along. And then the Brussels sprouts. Well, there's the butterfly bush. And the Brussels sprouts. And here is the carrots. I've got to water again. You'll be able to see some germination, but I went ahead and reseeded yesterday, and I just dusted with soil. But there was quite a bit of germination in there, but not enough for my fancy, so I took every seed that I had. Oop, I got that bee. Every seed I had and just dumped it. So I will have to thin, and that's fine. That way I know I'm going to have some carrots in this bucket. Our radishes are coming on. These are the cherry bells. This was the icicle. Remember, I planted those about a week and a half ago. Right in here, you can see where it did half, and those are starting to come on. Here's our broccoli, along with some radishes that I had forgot I seed started. And they're coming right on through that straw, but the broccoli's doing good. All the way down. Now we're going to go to this row. Remember, I have 3 buckets that has no label. 1, 2, and 3. There's no germination. So now, a week later, Lippy's questioning, I don't think I even started any seeds. So hence why I don't have a tag. And the reason why I say that is because where the tags begin, I have germination. So, well, I don't have none there.
You gotta plant before it grows.
Yeah, Buddy says you got to plant before it grows. So I'm wondering, I got germination here. Got germination here. What is this? I believe this is my spinach, guys. Let's see. Yep, that's my spinach. So, I don't know. I'm almost guessing that I never planted in these 3. It just in my mind. Hence why they don't have a tag. That's what we're about to work on now. All of those. See how rotten this is, guys? But hey, we are blessed. Let's go check out our green beans. Look at these things. And I've been digging. And I found a couple of little bit. There we go. Let me show y'all. See? I got some little green beans. Now, if the frost will hold off about another 14 days, I think we'll be okay. But they sure are pretty, y'all. I just want to get a mess, that's all. I want a pot full, and I'll say thank you. See, here's one. Here's one. So they're scattered throughout. I just need them to grow, and I apologize for the sun. But that's our little green beans. And then the cucumbers are coming out today. They are spent. Now, I did drop the netting down yesterday because my carrots was getting beat with those gumballs and leaves. So I did drop the netting. Look at this. I've got to make it a little bit tighter. But I did reseed carrots in this empty spot and over here. But this is my stance from the original planting. And if you look back at the videos, I can tell you, it was the Danvers and the Caratas that actually germinated. The other ones that I had, that's where you see the empty spots. And I took every seed I had and I mixed and matched and I replanted. So about a week, 2 weeks, we should see something. Hope so. This is what I'm guessing you're going to question me about. I may be wrong, but this is how Lippy's always done her strawberries. And now that we're getting into the 40s in the morning, and I can zoom in, see, I've got to cover that one a little bit more, but you don't want to smother them. It looks like they're smothered, but they're not. Here's another view. So you see, they are covered, but they're not smothered. But by covering them allows them to go dormant. If you ever get a frost on your strawberry tops, like this will definitely get a frost if I don't come back in here and cover that a little bit better, it's going to bite them back. So this will stay just like this until about March, 1st of March. And then I will pull all of this straw off and I will feed. And I will feed once a week for 3 weeks with the berry tone and let them go. Now, I will not be replanting the ones that I lost from whatever got in here. I'm just going to let the pups from these strawberries continue because I've run them out to the dirt where they connected through this winter, and I'm going to let them go ahead and pup theirselves, meaning make their own new plants. And it may take a year or two because I'm not going to buy a strawberry plant at like $1 to $1.50 a piece. So I'm fine with this, and we're just going to see how it goes. Now what you see here is a butterfly bush. I told y'all, they're awesome. Just be prepared. All you need is one plant. And to end the garden tour, look at our surprise mom. Remember 2 weeks ago, we didn't know what color. Last week, we figured it was going to be a purple color. So yes, Lippy will definitely be protecting this mom and finding a permanent house for it. And guys, this was a volunteer that I found in the front beds when I pulled all that junk out and started making some landscape last year. I've also got a yeller one that came up that I've got to dig up as well. But isn't it gorgeous? All right, here's Bud. We got that one down. And let me turn y'all around and show you what's in our brain. Lippy's brain. That's kind of scary, isn't it, Bud?
That's very scary.
Okay, so this one's coming out, and this is lemon balm, and that's mint. Now, if you remember, we have a shed that's going to back up. What'd you say?
If I only had a brain.
If I only had a brain. This will be the other shed that's been in a box for 2 years. But I've got to keep this opening here, guys, to get to my water, the spigot, and all. So, in my brain, if I took 3 mineral tubs and connected them in a circular setting with the same herb.
A circular
That's what
setting.
I'm thinking.
Circular setting.
The same for the lemon balm and the same for the mint. Then I could easily work around. Give me your thoughts. We're not doing it today, probably tomorrow. But I'm thinking about connecting 3 tubs, and I might be able to incorporate some other herbs, but really and truly, I want them housed together. But now this is where the indeterminates are going to stay. In the sun, no shade cloth. That means constant water. And eventually, I'm banking on this mulberry to give me my shade for here. That's probably going to be in about 2 more years. But as long as I can make it work here, that's all the indeterminate, which is my paste tomatoes. That's all I will need is 10 plants. I'm going to stand over here in the shade because I'm about to sweat down. I'm going to go get us some ice water, and we're going to get back at it. I am going to try to get those cucumbers gone. They are just spent. But that's where we stand. And now the border will be green mineral tubs, moving to spring of next year, and start gathering up materials to start putting the hoops and the shade cloth. We already have the shade cloth. We've had plenty. We've got the ground cover. We'll have to buy landscape timbers. And we'll also have to buy, we'll try to get 3 hoops a month. So we've got November, December, January, February, March. We got 5 months. And we'll just see how many we can get a month. And then hopefully everything will be shaded that needs to be shaded. And we won't be rebuilding beds because these buckets will not be moved once they get in place. And that should last us, unless there's a storm and something bust them, okay? I'm going to stretch and say 20 years. That'll put me at 80 years old. I won't be gardening in a 3,000 square foot garden at 80. I can go ahead and tell you now, I won't be even if I could. So that's where we stand. I hope you enjoyed the little trip, the garden update. What a blessing. What a blessing to get a hold of these mineral tubs. Look on Marketplace, guys. You find them for free. Now, you may have to travel like we did. We traveled 84 miles. You may have to travel 100. But they're out there, 3, 5. Some people want $10. That's a little much for Buddy and I. But, I mean, if you are able to spend 10, they're worth it. Yes, that would not be in our budget. So, but just look and see. There's a lot of them that's selling. They used to give them away, but now they done caught on that, hey, you can grow in these things. But an average price is $5. 5 to 7, I would say. 10, still not bad because 2 of these buckets is the size of those metal raised beds when you put them side by side. Only you're dealing with the circular instead of elongated. So 75 to 100, if you pay 10 a piece, 20, you know, it's really to the beholder, you know. But yeah, we're going to get back at it. I've got to edit this sometime today. Tomorrow's Sunday. We'll just see where we're at. We may be back out in the garden, but more than likely we're going to be in the canning kitchen. Lippy's ready to get some canning done. Plus I need to get in some air conditioning because the heat done set in. So as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And I'll see you on the next one.